Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday testimonial review. My name is Peter No, and I have my lovely, lovely co-host, Amy Holmesy, today with me. How are you today, Amy?
I'm very well, Peter. I'm excited about the testimonials we have today.
Okay, me too. I can't wait. Wednesdays is one of my favorite days here for our webinars. And we have incredible testimonials. If you're here listening for the very first time, welcome, welcome. If you've been to the gym with us every day, welcome to the gym. So before we always start, I'd like to read a health disclaimer. I am not a doctor or a medical professional. The information on this webinar is meant for educational purposes only. This information and the products discussed are not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Statements on this website have not been evaluated by the FDA. If you're pregnant, nursing, and taking any medication or have medical condition, please consult your physician first. Now that we got that out of the way, Amy, I'm going to pass it on to you so you can start our interview today.
Sure. Thank you so much, Peter. And first of all, I want to welcome everyone on the call today. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your time with us today. And I'm going to start with, we have two different testimonials, but I'm going to start with ladies first. I'm a big believer in that. And we're going to start with Miss Tawny. And I've had the pleasure of speaking with her a few times. And she's newer to the X39, but she's having amazing results. Tawny, can you hear me? Tawny, you may have to unmute yourself.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. How are you, dear?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Thank you, Amy.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited to have you on today. Thank you for sharing your story, because we know what that means. This is a community to help everyone. So with that, Tawny, go ahead and, my dear, take it away and tell us what's been going on prior to the X39, how long you've been on it, and what's been happening since.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be here. This is an amazing group, an amazing team. There's so much help given to all of us that it is greatly appreciated by me personally. I really enjoy this. So prior, like I'm almost 78 years old. I got another month to go. I lead a very active life. I'm doing lots of things. I'm an author. I'm working on my second book, and there's just a lot going on. So I need to have some energy. Before, it was difficulty sleeping. I'd wake up several times at night, not good. And also there were two things that I had a lot of attention on. I'm in pretty decent health overall, but I had both a sore on my side near my waist that I've had for several years. It was pretty gnarly and it would bleed. And I had looked up online and it looked like, okay, I'm looking at a cancerous growth here. I did not want to get it checked out because I grew up with alternative medicine and I knew I could find another solution. I also had a very serious gum problem right up inside here, and I tried different things topically. It helped a little bit, but not really getting rid of anything. And the last time I went to my dentist, he said that the infection was so way up in here that I was going to have to go to an endodontist. I was going to have to get more x-rays. I was going to have to get some oral surgery to cut in there and see what was going on. And none of that I was looking forward to, as you can only imagine. But my dear friend Shari, who's on the call, I love this woman. She's just so totally giving and so wonderful. And she introduced me to the patch, and I started on it 5 weeks ago. What has happened since then is transformative for me, again, because I had so much attention on the thing on my side and also the gums. The thing on my side is almost gone. I'd say it's 85%, 90% disappeared, just being on the patch.
Wow.
The gum infection is, again, about 90% gone. This is huge because I was looking at not only the expense, but also I knew there had to be another solution. If there's an infection, there's something going on internally that needs to be corrected. So I'm very excited about that. I've just saved myself some money and I've saved myself some aggravation and pain. Additionally, because I'm a writer and I'm doing so much in that area, the fact that now I'm getting a very deep and profound sleep. And when I wake up totally ready to go. There's not getting up and kind of being, I need some time. When I get up in the morning, I am absolutely focused and I'm ready to go. And that has been way different than it had been before. And for that, I'm grateful because it has ramifications to my overall life and my ability to get on with the work that I'm doing. So all of those things I think are pretty darn good.
Amazing. I'll tell you what, you look awesome. You're going to be
so
78. That is incredible. And this is just my opinion only, but I would contribute that to your healthy, holistic lifestyle all your life.
It is actually very much the case, but as we know, health is not just you can eat right and you don't do anything else. Health is not just you can exercise and not eat right. I mean, there's fresh air, sunshine, being surrounded with wonderful people. There's a lot that goes into an overall optimum health condition. But the thing I was introduced to stem cells a number of years ago. I used to have a holistic horse board and care facility, and everything was non-toxic. And I had a $1 million racehorse brought to me because he had damaged his leg and couldn't go back to racing. I had a medical doctor from UCLA who specialized in stem cells. I had a veterinarian from Texas fly in. They performed surgery on this horse. That horse went back to training. This is unheard of, absolutely unheard of. So the magic is in the stem cells. The stem cells, if you understand what they do, you won't be so frantic if within a day you don't experience something because you know they're going to work. They're working at a deep and profound level. And so I already had some exposure to the principle. Now I'm excited to see what else is going to happen for me. The fact that, we can reverse aging. Yay. Okay. I'm totally good with that. So now I've extended my 105. I'd like to, pass on at 105. No. That's not good enough. Let's go with like 120, as long as I can be productive. So I'm very excited to be here, and thank you so much.
Awesome. Again, you look amazing. I love the knowledge that you have, and just think of all the people that you're going to help, Tawny, and that's what this is all about. And I just want to reiterate one thing. You had that growth, and you had it for quite some time, right? How long ago? How long have you had it?
Yeah. I'm sorry, say that again.
How long have you had the growth on your side?
For several years. It's been probably 4 or 5 years, and it's gotten a little bit larger, and I'm sorry, that's a problem. That's a problem.
So 4 to 5 years you've had this growth that looked nasty, right?
Yes.
After 5 weeks of being on the X39, it's 90% cleared up?
That is absolutely correct.
Amazing. And I want everyone to think about that. We're talking about a growth that was on the outside of her body, and in 5 weeks, it's 90% cleared up. But here's the other component of that. What is this stem cell activation patch doing on the inside of your body, Tawny? If it's clearing up on the outside, what on earth is it doing on the inside, correct?
100% correct, because we know that it starts in here and that what we're seeing on the outside is only a manifestation of the overall health of our bodies. So absolutely a correct statement.
I love it. And you know what? Everyone on these calls looks younger and younger. And every week you're going to look younger as well. I mean, you look amazing. Thank you so much. We are so blessed to have you on the team. And I know you're going to do well, and you're going to help a lot of people. So thank you for sharing.
100% okay. I want to mirror something that was said last night in your call by that lovely lady with MS, who said that it's so nice to be in a safe place where you can talk about very personal things, very personal issues, and know that you're going to be welcomed in that environment, that people are not going to go, ew, don't talk to me about, your growth. I mean, it's like not too many places you can do that. So thank you again for making such a safe and welcoming environment to be able to discuss these things.
Well, you are welcome. And I feel the same way. I feel the same way. So thank you. And with that, we're going to move on to Marty. Marty, are you on the line? Marty, can you hear me? I know he's on the phone. Let me check the number, Peter. Maybe you can find the number and unmute. 312-719-9220.
217.
Oh, okay.
Can hear us.
Can you hear
see
me?
him?
Marty, is that you on the Galaxy phone?
Yes. Can you see him?
Awesome. Awesome.
Can
All
you
right.
see him?
Technology, we'd love it. So, Thank you so much for coming on the line tonight. We're excited to hear your story. And if you would, just talk about what's been going on with you, any issues that you've had, how long you've been on the X39, and what's happened since.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, great. I have been on the X39 for 31 days now. And I started, my wife got involved. I tried it just because she told me, so I didn't really know any of the science behind it or anything like that. And a quick thing on my background, I was like a competitive swimmer for 15 years, doing lots of yardage every day. So my shoulders have always been a problem for me, and my knees. And as I went on, I had a motorcycle accident. I injured my rotator cuff. So that upper body, the whole trapezius area, I've had body work done on me like weekly for years and years and years and years and years. And when the pandemic started, that was over. So I was like, you know, doing anything I could think of, from yoga to, you know, having one of those massage neck massagers on it all the time, just to keep it tolerable.
Vibration platform.
And I also have a vibration platform that I use. So anyway, that's the quick history. But so I tried the patch, and we tried it on a Saturday. We went to a friend's and swam in the pool all day. And you know, the next morning was Sunday. I got up early. I was having a cup of coffee, and normally I'm stretching and, like, you know, feeling the click, click, click.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my normal routine. All of a sudden I was like, wow, it's not happening right now. So that was my first, like, the next day. It was kind of like, you know, you took 4 or 6 Advils or 800 milligram Motrin. You know, when you get that muscle release. I don't know if you've ever felt that kind of tension in your neck before.
I do. I have neck issues as well, so I can relate.
So, you know, I was surprised, and then I just kept going. And about a week later, we were watching some videos about the X39, and they were talking about, you know, putting it in a spot where you're having pain. And I have neuropathy too. I'm diabetic.
Okay.
Type 2. So I always have the tingly feet. And I decided, oh, I'm going to just try this. So I grabbed another patch. I put it on my foot. And within a couple hours, I could feel a difference I have the tingly toes, and it's at that level right now, numbness and tingly feet. And you could feel, or achy too. Yeah, I could feel the difference from the right leg to the left. So I started wearing 2 patches, and now it's down to a level that you can feel the difference of, in, you know, the pain wise. But the most interesting thing was, I had been neglecting taking my blood every morning, because it was kind of depressing, because I was always waking up in the 200s or.
So your blood sugar, you check your blood sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So about 2.5 weeks into wearing the patch, I woke up one morning and said, oh, what the heck, I might as well see where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at 83.
Wow.
And I was shocked. I thought, oh my, you know, because I am not a good diabetic. I have a glass of wine. I have some cake and cookies if I want them. You know,
So you're
do
not
other
real
things to
strict.
kind of balance out, but I'm not your ideal patient by
Okay.
any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, since I started taking the patch, I had that one result, I was like, I'm not going to change anything for a while, like 30 days or maybe more. I have a A1C coming up, so I'm really interested to see what that'll show, because that's your average over a longer period of time.
Right. Now, Marty, let me ask you a question. How long have you been diabetic?
Since 2004, I found out.
Okay, wow.
By accident, totally by accident, because I know I'm 6'1", 185 pounds, active person. I don't have any of the normal symptoms of the type 2 diabetes. I was taking an insurance test.
You were getting married.
And I got denied. And we were like, why?
Because I checked your blood work and found it. And then how long have you had the neuropathy? I know it goes hand in hand with the diabetes.
It's probably been about 5 to 6 years that it's been
bothering you. Okay. So let me just do a quick recap, Marty. Let me do a quick.
It's not cured. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's much better.
Right.
And when I first started the patch, I felt the inflammation of the shoulder relief within a day.
Wow.
And then I had like nothing. And I was thinking, like Tani before me, what is it working on now? And then, boom, I took my blood and I was like 83. Maybe it's working on my pancreas. I really don't know.
It's going to go where it's needed, that's for sure. So
exactly.
let me just do a quick recap and correct me if I'm wrong. So you've been a diabetic since 2004.
Yes.
You've had neck and shoulder pain and stiffness, and you've only been on the X39 for 31 days.
Correct.
And in a relatively short period of time, the muscle tension, would you say, and this tightness of your shoulders and neck was released, correct?
Exactly.
And now you have more mobility and flexibility in that area.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And I'm very impressed with the with the sugar story, and it's good that you do check it. But 83 from, and what was it before?
I've been as high as 240, or it depends what you eat.
Well, exactly. Very impressive in 31 days. So I'm excited to see where you're going to be in another month, in 6 months, and down the road. So thank you so much, Marty, for sharing that with us. We certainly appreciate it. And I just want to leave you with this, Marty. The X39 is going to help you, but that doesn't give you a license to go out and eat all the Krispy Kreme donuts you want, okay?
My next test is to trim the diet down and see if I can bring the medications down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we wish you all the best with that. And thank you so much for coming on here. Because again, this is a community about helping everyone, helping each other. So with that, folks, what we're talking about today is this patch right here. The stem cell activation patch X39. It is simply like a bandage. In fact, if you could wear a bandage, you could wear this. This is the latest and greatest in stem cell therapy, and what we're talking about is applying that to our bodies for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You simply wake up in the morning, put it on. The two common places are right on the bottom of your neck, top of your spine where that bump is, or 2 inches below your navel. But like Marty said, you could put it on your problem area, whether it's your knee, your shoulder, your foot, etc. How it works is really simplistic. It's called phototherapy or photobiomodulation, and it's a light frequency. So what's in this patch? Organic crystals that hold a light frequency. And when we apply it to our skin, the heat and light from our bodies activate these crystals. And when that happens, it elevates a GHK copper peptide in our body. That GHK copper peptide, and I would suggest people looking that up. I Googled it lately and I was so impressed with what it does in our bodies, outside and inside. But the more peptides we have, that actually activates and stimulates our own stem cells. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about latest technology in stem cell activation. So after the age of 35, we've lost 50% of our stem cell activity. All right. And in your 60s and beyond, you've lost 90% or all of it. So I'm in my mid 50s, so I lost a lot of mine. But I'll tell you, I've been on this patch for 4.5 months, and I'm just feeling better and better all the time. And I think the best analogy for this technology is when we go out into the sunlight. We all talk about the sun and getting your vitamin D. So it's the same concept. Again, organic crystals, it's non-invasive, it's non-transdermal. So this patch and the crystals that are inside of the patch does not go into your bloodstream. It's simply you put it on your body, the heat and light from your body activates those crystals, which in turn produce more GHK copper peptides, which has been proven to reset and rejuvenate your own stem cells. Okay, and if you put new stem cells on old tissue, you can make that tissue new again. And we hear about it every day, every week in this company. So what does that mean to you? The most common things that occur are less pain, less inflammation, deeper sleep, more energy, more mental clarity. And I hear this over and over again. People are just in a better mood. I hear people say they're giddy again. Okay, people in their 80s are giddy again. It just elevates your mind. And I know mentally it's done a lot for me. So most people will notice something within 28 to 30 days, but some people notice it quicker. We are all different. But again, less pain, more inflammation, more energy. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to sleep better? Getting into that REM sleep when your body repairs and rejuvenates your mind and your body. More mental clarity. The other thing I want to mention real briefly is your skin. The GHK copper peptides help build the collagen. So that's why a lot of people on these Zoom calls each and every week are looking younger. Their skin is glowing. Wrinkles are less pronounced, okay? Hair is growing, nails are growing. It's pretty much turning back the clock. It's age reversing, and it starts on the inside as well as the outside. So that's what we're talking about today, and that's why I'm very, very excited. And with that, Peter, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Amy. And thank you, Tani and Marty, for sharing your incredible testimony. And before I get started on my part, I just would always love for all our viewers to put yourselves in their shoes. I mean, you know, Tani's took care of herself all her life, and even to this day, to benefit from that. But also in today's times, I mean, we're in 2020 today. Technology has changed. She has embraced technology really by understanding stem cells, but now today we have a way of what we call non-dermal, non-invasive. We're not swallowing anything anymore. We're literally activating your body. And how many people on this call today know someone that has diabetes, know someone that has high blood pressure, and you know what Marty had to go through all this time. And now that he found this solution, how much money and time and meds and, you know how much you have to pay for medications for diabetes. So everyone on this call, we all resonate with each other. We have this community because this is the first time again where we are all experiencing one thing: regeneration and repair to the next level. And who's responsible for bringing this technology to us? His name is David Smith. He has been in the frequency in the light therapy world for many decades. And because his vision, his heart is really to help humankind. And he could sold this technology. He could have sold the company to Big Pharma. He could have sold it to a lot of companies. But why is he holding on so tight to this company? Because he owns this technology. He owns the manufacturing. He owns even the ingredients, what goes into making these patches. So where in today's times can all of us participate in the beginning stages of a company, and I like to call this a biotech company, okay, but we are in the networking distribution model to get this technology out to the world much faster. And David Smith has created this company 15 years ago. He has created over 15 different patches, but his life's work took 10 years to create, which is called the X39 stem cell activation patch. It's called X39 because it took 39 different trial and errors to get it to this final product. The moment that he finalized this product, he took it to the patent office, and it took less than 1 year to receive a 20-year patent. Now, I'd like to ask everyone on this call, you've already experienced every product there is. How much more CBDs, how much more minerals, how much more potions and lotions or injections do you need to take or represent when you know now that you have been patched, okay? Now that you've experienced this, and now knowing that for the next 20 years, no one can copy this product. So that is where we're at. We dominate the space. And the reason why we have community calls like this every day is because our product just activates you that fast, because we're talking about copper GHK and stem cell activation. So as you can see, we're so excited about it because we now today, with even our experience, I mean, Amy's been in the industry for so long. She's seen every single product out there is. She's probably used every single product there is, or she knows someone that has used something of that product. And even her today, her body's experiencing a whole transformation. So even myself, you know, I'm already 83 years old, but I look like 43, but I feel like 23, right? So I'm just kidding, but I just love this community. I love seeing people every day just transforming, and I love hearing these stories. So if you love it too, we just want you to say yes to this little $5 a day patch. And the reason why we call this less than a cup of coffee a day, because it really costs less than a cup of coffee a day to activate you. If you love just what you heard, if you like just being part of a community, or you just love helping people, just get involved with us with the X39. So before I start to share how you can get involved, I'd like everyone just to take a few more seconds and think, what if this product works the way it does and you're here for the very first time? What if this little patch can replace half of what you have in your medicine cabinet, right? So some people think stem cells are expensive. They are. $5,000 to $10,000 is very expensive. Now, the moment you get stem cells injected into you from your doctor, and what if it only works 50%? Or what if it doesn't work at all? Can you get your money back? Once it's injected, can you take it out of your body? No, it's there, okay? Now, for literally less than 10% or even 5% of a stem cell cost, what if you can try this out for 1 whole year? 1 whole year. And what if you do the commitment for 1 year, but you don't experience anything for the next 30, 60, 90 days, okay? At least you get a chance to get your money back, or you can give this out to your whole family or your friends and try it on them as your guinea pig and see which one will actually work on it or not, because we can tell you 10 out of 10 people today are going to experience something, whether you have energy or even sleep. That right there is the biggest deal in today's time in our health world. So what we want you to do is just join us. And now to get involved with us, there's only 2 ways. Number 1, become our customer. We love customers, okay? This is $150 for a 30-day supply as a retail customer. As a wholesale customer, you can just click on auto ship and get it shipped for you every month. And now it goes down to $99 a month. For less than $3.33, you can have stem cell activation. Now, if you'd like to be our partner, if you want to share this, we have what we call wholesale accounts. You can come in with 5 of our packages. The bigger the package, the more the company gives you products for free, which even lowers it to below a wholesale cost, down to $84 a sleeve. So if you like to save money, make money, help people, partner up with us, okay? We have built this entire community here online. We're helping people feel better, look better, and just even feel good just staying at home and be part of something where they can plug in every day. Obviously, because we're stuck at home for this last couple of months, but now as things are coming back together, I just look forward to meeting everybody in person and can't wait to party with everyone. Wow, once we get to party a little bit more. So, but by that time, I can tell you, we can go back to every single webinar for the last 6 months. We can look at before and after pictures, and I can tell you it's night and day, okay, for many people. So thank you all for joining us. It's been a pleasure to be presenting to everyone here. And Amy, I'll pass it back to you to close out the call for today.
Thank you, Peter. I just want to leave everyone with this, and different people are on this line for different reasons. So if you're looking at this from the business perspective, think about it this way. You have a 20-year patent on a unique product that no one else has, that's backed by science and works. I've been in the network marketing industry for 25 years, and I've never seen anything this simple yet so effective. Okay, everyone knows about stem cells. It's a buzzword. So think about it that way. If you're a potential customer on the line, this is simplistic. You put this on your body, forget about it, leave it on for 12 hours, it does its magic. What if you could get rid of some of your pain, your inflammation? What if you could increase your energy and sleep better? So think about it that way. You have a 90-day money-back guarantee from the company as a preferred customer. So folks, you literally have nothing to lose. And I just want to leave you with this. What if it works? What if it works, folks? Thank you so much for being on the call with us today. Go out and just be blessed and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you, Tani. Thank you, Marty. Thank you,
Amy.
everyone, for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Happy Wednesday. Later, Bob. And tonight at
y'all.
6 p.m., if you guys want another workout, one more webinar tonight, okay? So I'll see you guys on. Bye, everyone. Oh,
Bye.
Bob brought out the bells. All right. We are good. What's up, Kay?